what is it in the PSMA that I'm really looking for when I'm engaging Scrum Masters, Agile coaches? Well, the first thing is your understanding of Scrum is taken as a standard. Right? We don't talk about the Scrum framework per se in the PSMA. Now, this might be a PST thing. I'm expecting you to use the language of the Scrum Guide. Be precise with your vocabulary. I expect you to understand the difference between a daily Scrum and a daily stand-up. I would expect you to understand the difference between a sprint review and a show and tell. Like, you're not in kindergarten. We're not running a creche for adults. Show and tell is a thing my kids did in primary school. For crying out loud, stop trivializing true work. So you do things like that, that's immediately big red cross. Right? If your language is sloppy, it's lazy, it's not professional. So as a professional Scrum Master, I'm expecting you to understand and demonstrate the Scrum values. I'm looking for a true leader that serves. And when we think about the structure of the PSMA, that ties into it, because we first of all get rid of, like, over time, how many people refer to product backlog items as user stories? There's these language that many people use within Agile that isn't Scrum specific, but understanding the nuance and when to use it or not is really key. So getting rid of those myths, understanding the BS around Agile. And then we look at serving the team, the product owner, and the organization. How can you demonstrate and develop empathy and rapport with people operating in a system that may not be truly supportive for what you're trying to do? How do you educate leadership, executives in empirical process control? And how do you get everybody to understand that the sole focus of doing Scrum is to get stuff done in a way that lives the Scrum values? And sometimes it's just standing up and calling nonsense to it. Like, if you're not getting to done, that's not good enough, and I'll hold you accountable to it. Now, how you do it's your style. I tend to be very direct and straight to the point. That's just how I roll. I'm too impatient, which is a flaw, right? I know, it's a character flaw. I get too impatient. It's like, why aren't you getting to done? Well, this is wrong. Let's get after it. But you'll have your style. And what we're looking for is people who can genuinely live the Scrum values and inspire workplaces to be more humane while being more effective. So if you're curious about that, come along to a PSMA, see if it can help sharpen your sword.